Hey everybody, how y'all doing? As promised, I told you, if we get an update, I was going to come back live the next day. And as promised, I am back. Because after I got off the live last night, I got some information. I got an update about the case, about KNK squad. So remember, we said we couldn't find any information, right? So people were doubting that it even happened because we couldn't even find any information about it, right? So last night, we finally got proof. And today, we even got more proof that this really did happen. And like she told us in the video, these people are mad at her. Oh, you can tell by the comments and the commentary that he's having with a lady he don't even know. He or she, I don't know who the owner is. But whoever this person is talking in the comment section, they have a straight attitude with Miss KNK squad lady. They mad at her. They are mad at her. So y'all know what? This story must be bigger than we thought. It must be bigger than what we thought. And y'all know what else I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that this is just what happens over there. And they mad because Kay done told it all. Because y'all know Kay gonna tell it. She gonna tell it. She gonna tell it. She may add a little more to it, add a little twist and turn. But Kay gonna tell it. And if she can film it, she gonna film it. So this is serious. This is about the almighty dollar. This is about money. This girl done hit their pockets. And she done hit it hard. So everybody coming out lying now. Everybody coming out lying. It's 3 different versions of the story. And we still don't know what to believe. But what we do know is that something indeed happened in Zanzibar. And KNK squad was involved. And they're mad because KNK squad is running her mouth, just like they said. They wanted to sweep it under the rug like they do most of them. Because it sounds like I'm just getting the vibe. I'm just telling y'all. I'm just getting the vibe that this is just what they do. They come into your house, come into your place, they rob the tourist, and then they pay the tourist off. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. This is just an isolated incident. Don't say nothing. We're going to give you your money back. We're going to relocate you into another place. No harm, no foul. But this time, like Kay said, y'all got the right MFer on the wrong MFing day. On the wrong MFing day. Because there's so much that don't even make sense. But so what we got to do, what my logical, rational mind is saying, so you got to pick out the commonalities in all 3 of the stories. That's how you figure out what the truth is. Because something happened. And the funny thing is, Kay and the dude and whoever wrote me the letter, they are saying this person was unalived, right? Hey, Empath of London, I was thinking about you. I hadn't heard from you. I was wondering if you was okay. I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're here tonight. So, I'm thinking after getting all this stuff, after just reading those posts from the owner, I'm like, oh, you don't like her. That's the first vibe I get. He don't like her. They don't like her. And if they don't like her, that's a problem, because they're not going to give you justice, because they're biased. Their opinion, everything they think about you is going to be biased. If you're a business person, you got to be neutral. You got to be neutral. You got to look at every situation. So something happened to her. We know that. We know that for a fact. The owner admitted it. The girl who wrote us admitted it. And KNK squad admitted it. So we know something happened to this. Something bad happened to this woman. Really, really bad. And then some are still saying some things. I'm not saying you're saying. Some are thinking, well, Kiki, this still could be a skit. But if it's still a skit, let's ponder that. If this is a skit, why wouldn't the owner bust her out now? If this was a movie, why wouldn't the owner just bust her out? Why wouldn't he just say that? Why wouldn't he just say, oh, y'all, all these people who are listening to her, she's lying. This was a movie. She paid me to allow her to film at my resort. She paid me to allow this to happen. Why didn't they do that? If this was just a skit, this is what I want to know. If this is just a skit, why didn't they do that? Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to make sure everything is fine. Okay. Making sure y'all can hear me. Okay, I thought that was... Okay, I'm sorry. I thought that was something saying about the show. So, why wouldn't he tell us, y'all? He told us everything else. He told us everything else. Why wouldn't he tell us that? He said she was defaming his character, which he probably doesn't understand the definition of. But see, how they define defamation is different. How we define defamation. So defamation here is a lie you promote as the truth. And because you promoted this lie as the truth, this person has lost money because of that. And you knowingly promoted this lie as the truth. People who have defamation usually have no facts to support their argument, because they don't have a source. And it's usually gossip that they're spreading as truth, but they know it's gossip. That's defamation here. That's why defamation is so hard to prove. So, and you have to lose like revenue from it. But we don't know the standard of defamation in that country. We don't know how they define defamation, because he sure did say she's defaming his character. But wait a minute. You, sir, ma'am, or whoever, Mr. Resort person, you made a statement saying she was violated in various ways. You are saying that yourself. If this was, what happened to the sex tourism argument? What happened? What happened with that? Why wouldn't he say that? Because he's clearly trying to blame her. So why wouldn't he just say this was tourism? Why wouldn't he say that? All the things we're saying, why wouldn't he say that? Because the statement that he made was made on the 22nd. We didn't do our first show till the 23rd. So he had no idea what we were thinking, but he's answering questions that we were asking. So it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And I'm not sure why the crime scene looks staged at certain points. I don't know what that was about. Maybe that was the extortion part. Maybe he felt like she was making it worse than what it was. But if somebody was unalived, come on, how do you make it worse than what it is? Two people are saying somebody was unalived here. The owner is saying nothing. This resort, I don't know if this is the owner. I retract that statement. I don't know who this person is on Facebook answering these questions. I'm assuming, it is my opinion, my humble opinion, that this is the owner. I don't know who it is, though. Whoever the person is responding to the post, that's who I'm talking about. That's who I'm talking about. And this is my opinion of what I've read and of what I'm hearing in the stories. What KNK is saying, what the cousin is saying, and what this person who represent the resort is saying. So that's what brings us back here tonight. We got these updates. We got this conversation going in the comment section under this post that this person made. And I said, oh, wait a minute. Then this is proof. This is proof something happened. Because if it was not, if it did not happen and it was all for play and it was all a skit and it was all a movie, he would have said that, like I just said. He would have said that this person would have gladly put her on blast, as we used to say. Gladly would have exposed everything to us, because this is obviously all over social media. This is obviously all over social media. So that's the question I have. If this was a plot, a skit, a movie, an audition for a reality show, why wouldn't the man say that? Why wouldn't he say, or the woman, whoever, she paid us to do all of this? It's not real. She made it up, like Michael Jackson says. They made it up. It's not real. Why didn't he say that? Why didn't he say that? That's where I'm stuck. You saying everything else about this woman. I'm reading and I'm getting the attitude. I'm like, oh, he don't like her. She needs to get up out of there. They don't like her. You can't. It's not, y'all, you got to remember, we are from the United States of America. We have something called freedom of speech. You can pretty much say whatever you want to say, long as it's not hate speech. You can't do that in other countries. Other countries, all countries don't have that right, especially women don't have that right. In a Muslim country, you dang on sure don't got that right. You have to be quiet. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of where you're going and act accordingly. Act accordingly. Women don't do that. So this whole performance, it set a bad taste in their mouth. They don't like this person. They don't like this person. This is what they don't like about, and this is what they're saying. This is what we don't like about the West. This is what happens to those women in the United States. That's why we don't want them over here. And what does the poor United States do? They warn us. They have a really nice statement about what goes on in Tanzania, which is the same as Zanzibar. They're kind of a partnership. They work together as a team, except Zanzibar has its own government. So Zanzibar can do whatever they pretty much want to do. Okay. Why y'all flocking to Zanzibar? You better keep your mouth closed when you get over there. You better keep your mouth closed. That's why Valerie didn't want to be on camera. She know what it is. That's why she told her, you better get out now. Because if I'm forced to tell the truth, basically, I'm going to tell the truth. I don't care what happens to you. This is the type of country that she's in. This is the type of country y'all was all flocking to. Then I seen another video from this one man. Honey, he didn't even make sense. I can't even remember where the video is at this point. Talking about he's been arrested 3 times in Zanzibar. But he would go back. What? I'm sorry, I shouldn't say Zanzibar. He said Tanzania. I can't remember if it was Tanzania or Zanzibar, so I'm going to say Tanzania. I would go back. What, you would go back? I was arrested, and and money was extorted from me, because that's what they do to tourists. And you would go back? And you talking about Gambia is safe and telling us all to come to Gambia? Something's wrong with these people. Something's wrong with these people who get on YouTube and lie to you to your face. You should say, what are you basing this on? Your claims of safety, kill me. What are you basing? Kill me. What are you basing this on? And go from there. You've been put in jail 3 times. They kept your passport for 3 months. And you talk about you would go back instead of thanking God you got out of there and saying, God, I will never return. You ain't got to worry. What does this person say? Yes, I would go back, and encourages everybody else to go too. Something's wrong with these type of people. So then when you get KNK squad who telling you what's really going on, what's really going on, people are in shock. They're like, you're not supposed to do this. You're not following the rules. So that brings us to tonight. That brings us to where we are right now. Excuse me. I need to drink some water. Let me get these comments. Then we're going to go to the post. Hey, London lady. Everybody, please don't forget to hit the like button, because we need to get this story out. Because I think Kay done told us a secret. Because this happens to us in West Africa. So is this what just happens to you in Africa? Is this just what happens? So this is something you need to be prepared for, because we know it happens in Ghana. We know daggone well it happens in Gambia. So now in Zanzibar, it just sounds like that's what this just happens. We pay you off. We keep you quiet. As my grandma say, we give you some hush mouth money so you can hush your mouth. And that's it. Go on about your business. Don't warn anybody else. But she said, and see, I didn't know that the village was right next to the resort. I didn't know that. So like she said, the people from the village can walk up the beach to the resort, because she said the Maasai are not in the back. And I got a picture to show you that they do have Maasai security there. She said the Maasai are in the back. They don't know. She said they're not in the back. I'll post it on my community page after this, but I'm going to think about whether I should post it or not, because that person, whoever they are, they're not going to be really pleased with this video. So I'm sure they're not going to want their pictures posted all over my channel. I don't think I'm going to post the picture, no. I'm not going to even say the name of the resort, but we know who they are, because Kay told us who they are. So we don't have to keep saying the name. She told us the name. So they do have Maasai warriors, because I saw the Maasai in the picture. So do they patrol in the back? Kay said, no, they don't. Anybody can walk up that beach. And let me tell you, that beach at night, oh no, I don't ever want to walk on the beach at night. I did that in Gambia. I said I would never do that again. And all I did was walk from one place to the next place, walk to a restaurant. And I said, oh, I'm never doing that again. They've romanticized that walk on the beach at night. No, that is, for one, it is not safe. For one, it is not stable, because you're walking on sand. And you can't really run. If you try to run on sand, it's really difficult. So if somebody come after you, you can't really get away from them. And guess what? You're not going to even see them till they up on you, because you can't really hear footprints in the sand. And you can't see anything around you. I had to have my phone out and at the ground so I could see the ground where I was walking, because I didn't want to stumble in a ditch or trip over anything. So that whole, and the water, like she said, the water sounds angry at night. That water sounds angry, like the water got a straight attitude. It's roaring. I'm like, oh no, I couldn't sleep by the water. I'm thinking I want a room by the ocean, on the ocean front, so I can hear the ocean. No, I don't want to hear that all at night. No. I'm sure sometimes it's peaceful, but when the water get mad, the water get mad, and everybody know the water is mad. But they don't tell you that. These people who romance tell you, go make sure you walk on the beach at night. For what? So you can get robbed? So somebody can stick you up? Don't walk on the beach at night. It's not safe. Even if you don't get taken advantage of, even if you don't become a victim, you can fall and hurt yourself. Hey, married to a Gambian. She says, good evening. Brown Eye says, I never doubted. Thank you for getting this information, Kiki. Yeah, I told you I was going to keep working. We working on it. Like I told you, I couldn't be in all these places at one time. This is a team effort. We're working on it. I'm just presenting y'all the findings. Hey, Mercy Pie. She said, I missed last night, but I caught the replay. Okay, good. Thank you. London Lady says, greetings. Brown Eye says, Detective Kiki. I think everybody on the show are detectives. I think it's a combined effort. We put our heads together and we show them what we can do. Yeah. Hey, Joy. London Lady saying, hey to everybody. Joy says she's doing well. Married to a Gambian says, I have took all day trying to catch up bit by bit. I think I'm here. I think I'm there now, honey. All day, yes. To put the pieces to this puzzle together and to make it make sense. I'm still going back over interviews. I'm still going back over what she said, because I'm hearing different things. And now that I know how this man, with these statements, I don't know. Again, I don't know if this is a man or a woman. I'm saying man, so please forgive me. Now that I know this person got a clear biased attitude against her, now I'm understanding what she's saying. See, I think the extortion part was when Kay demanded a lot of money. When they offered her money, I think she upped the price, because y'all know how Kay is. She like, oh, y'all gonna pay me? Well, y'all gonna pay me for, but she should, because not only was she traumatized, not only do you gotta pay me, you gotta pay for my kids. What was done to them? And see, if she was in a, and I'm sorry to compare it to the United States, but that's just what we have to go by. Here, she can do that. She can say no, that ain't enough, because that's for me. But what about my kids? They're young. They got to deal with this for the rest of their lives. And they got long lives ahead of them. What about compensation for them? And see, this is when people are like, no. Yep, that's what they're saying, no. They're saying no. Hold on, y'all, this thing. Okay, hold on. Let me close this. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, hang on. Okay. So I think that's where he felt like, oh, she's trying to extort me because she wants all this money from me. No. When you have a place for me to sleep, you're saying that this is secure. This is secure. This is secure. You can lay your head down with your children and you can rest. That's what you're saying. That's the message you're implying. So you're taking that risk when you don't provide the safety that you need. And in my opinion, the safety was not applied. It was not. And the little boy she was calling the security guard, the man, whoever wrote the statement, confirmed, yes, indeed, the little boy was the security guard. And yes, indeed, the little boy did stop what was going on. And yes, indeed, the little boy did see it. She wasn't lying about none of that. None of that. And again, if this was a play, he would say it. But he would say, this is his business, people. He makes money. This person makes money out of this place being known as safe and secure. $500 a night? You should have Maasai lined up on the beach. You should have Maasai warriors circling the place. But I'm sure the Maasai charge a nice amount for that. Because, honey, they real professional. So they above professional security. But see, to have them patrol the front and the back and the beach. Because, see, that means they basically got to set up like a little barrier thing, and they got to check and see anybody coming that way. They're going to have to card them. They're going to have to see where you're going, what you're doing, why you down here. That's extra money. That's extra money. Was that the issue? Because obviously, she said anybody can walk down there. And Fiona confirmed it. She said the beach is next to the village. Right, I mean, the resort is right next to the village. They took him to they said in the video, take him to the traditional doctor. That's the last thing I heard before I fell asleep. And then the video was gone, privated. I don't blame her, though. I don't blame her. She had to do that. She trying to get up out of there. And she trying to get evidence to show y'all this is true. This is not a lie. Because then I went back and I listened to the video, the one that was on TikTok. See, and we don't know about the TikTok audience, y'all, because everybody be on there. I just don't be on there. But a lot of people are on TikTok. She went to TikTok before she came to YouTube. And the TikTok video, you can tell she had just woken up by her voice. And she was thinking, if you know anybody like today, I was woken up. I was startled and woken up. When you're startled and woken up, you're discombobulated. You know, like I woke up like, wait a minute, it's 4:00. I got to jump up. I got to do the show. Oh, I got to get ready. Like your mind isn't right. Like you don't know, like when she said she didn't know where she was, she thought she was back home. It's like that. Y'all know what it is. Like when you're running late for work and you sleep too hard and then you jump up like, oh my God, I went to sleep. Like that. That's how she sounded. Like she was in a deep sleep. And then she said something that I didn't understand. And I'm like, is she saying this because she's sleeping? Because they didn't mention anything about S tourism. And if SEX tourism was involved, trust me, they would have gladly said that. They would have gladly said that because they're trying to discredit this lady and discredit her story. But you're basically confirming her story when he confirmed what he said that happened. So how are you going to confirm and discredit at the same time? In the same paragraph. Mercy Pie says they lie, but they lie to protect yes. I think KNK could have exposed them without putting her children. But she didn't see Mercy Pie. Listen, Mercy Pie. I don't think that was how though? How? She thought going live is protection because going live is proof. They were angry. So we got proof they upset with her. We got proof of that. We got proof there's hostile relationships between her and them. We got proof of that. And that's what she wanted. She like, oh no, y'all over here tripping. And y'all got me on this island? Oh no, I'm about to film this so everybody will know. If God forbid if something happened to me, everybody gonna know what happened. Because this is proof. This is proof what went on, what went down. And what did this person do? They went on and confirmed it. She's trying to extort money. She's defaming our character. But then you said somebody broke into her place. But then you so conveniently said you left the door. She left the door unlocked. And then she says in her interview that she doesn't lock her door. But the key wasn't in the dang on door, and we know the door was locked because the boy couldn't get out the door. He broke the handle getting out the door. So the door had to be locked. Oh, that's how he got in. She said they said he got in because the door wasn't locked. We're going to read it in a minute. We're going to go through it. We're going to go through it in a minute. We're going to go through it in a minute. But I know one thing. Money is involved, y'all. We're talking about lots of money. Lots of money. Because y'all know if this would have happened to her here, she could sue for damages and she would get a lot. She would get a lot. And there would be no case. If this happened the way they said it's happening, she woke up and this dude was in her room and she put him in a headlock and unalived him. Oh, it's no case. It's cut and dry. There's no case. But then we get a different story. That they were together. It's XT. It's X-tourism. With a 16-year-old who looked like he's 12. What K gonna do with that? No, and I'm serious. Come on, let's keep it real. Let's keep it a buck. What is KNK squad gonna do with a person who looked like a man who looked like ain't even a man, a 12-year-old? He a little bigger than her son. I think her son is 9 or 10. Nah. That woman like men. Like Salt and Pepper say, what you want? I want a man. She want a man. I don't believe that. But then she said something about he was sleeping in her room. And I'm thinking now, is she saying this because she has sleep and she don't know what she's saying? Because that didn't make sense. But a lot of this part don't make sense. And if she drink, I thought she said she didn't drink. But if she drink and she got a hip problem and she take pain medicine, now I don't know. I'm just saying, if she do that, that's going to make you disembobulated like that, especially if you just wake up. Because pain pills alone make you in another world. So if you doing that and you drinking alcohol on top of that, you waking up in some world you don't even know where you are, especially if you waking up abruptly and you scared like that. So I don't think she meant to put her children in danger. I really don't. I think she was doing what she thought she was doing, and that was taking her kids on a trip around the world so they could say, you know, I would have loved to have experienced that as a child. My mother did take me around the United States, though. I did get to see the United States. And that's why I have such an open mind to different cultures and different experiences and different points of view, because I've been around different people in different places, and I had to be like that. Well, I told you all about the Christian Crusades. I call them the Christian Crusades. We used to go on when I was little. There were people from all over. And you had to be open to different cultures. You couldn't be closed-minded. Self-sacrifice is a good idea, but bad in practice. I don't think she thought she was self-sacrificing. Hey, Cayenne Works, how y'all doing? She's saying hi to everybody. I don't think she thought she was self-sacrificing. I really don't. I think she thought, this is my proof. Yeah, it's got a lot of twists and turns. Some stuff don't make sense, like why the clothes was there and then why was they not there? I don't understand that. I don't understand why it looked like the blood was thrown on the wall. I could tell by the blood spatter evidence. I could tell by that. It was poured on the wall. and dripped down and pooled. And if that happened, how could that couldn't even possibly occur? Not even the way she said it happened. But the lady said on here last night, I forgot. Oh, Miss Tanzania said she pushed him out, pulled him back, pushed him out, pulled him back. That would be blood on the windowsill, blood on the window, blood on her, blood everywhere, because he getting cut up because that glass was thick. But that's not what we saw. It would be blood on the orange thing, on the orange cushion. The orange cushion didn't have no blood on it. So no, it doesn't make sense. A lot of things don't make sense. It is a lot of twists and turns. Do we think she added more onto it to get more money? To sensationalize the story? It was already sensationalized. If somebody's unalive, it's already sensationalized, okay? Oh, Kiyomi, come on. That scared me. Yeah, I don't know who she barking at. Kiyomi thinks she owned the street. You can't walk down this street without her permission. Greetings, LA sunshine. Hey, Golden Heart says, is she in jail? Golden Heart, I don't know where she is right now. I wish I knew. I wish I could say, y'all, I got a message. KNK is good. They got her detained, but she good. We ain't heard nothing, just crickets. Crickets. There's crickets about her. Crickets. I keep looking. We all are looking. Trust me, it's not just me. There's a lot of people working on this. A lot of people working on this. So she don't need to think that people don't like her. No, honey, because this was my vacation, and I spent my vacation doing this. People are doing this, and they're living their lives, and then they coming home and doing this. People are doing this on their break. Housewives are at home working on this case all day, all night, trying to figure out what happened to you. So no, this isn't just me. We don't know. We haven't figured it out where she is. But we all come to the consensus that we think she needs to get up out of it. But we don't know if she can even get out of there. Jay says, definitely seems like they're trying to cover up what really happened. Jay, yes. I'm sorry, that says Joy. Joy, yes. Yes. Because why would you so conveniently say she left the door unlocked? So you could blame the victim. And this is my very humble opinion, based on my personal experience, my professional experiences, and my educational background. These are the conclusions that I'm coming to when the facts are presented to me and I do a fact-based analysis. These are my conclusions. You don't have to believe them. You don't have to agree with them. I'm in no way saying this is exactly what happened, because I don't know. Let's just get that right out the way. I agree. It seems like a cover-up. I agree. They have self-defense laws there. I don't know, Princess. Are you saying they do? I have to look and see. Does anybody know? My Mercy Pie says this clearly was a real thing, a stupid thing, but a real thing nonetheless. Yeah, but what else did y'all want her to do? She probably felt like, I need to film because I need proof. I need to document this. And some people think when you start filming, they back down. People will back off, because you're filming it. But she doesn't understand is that this is why they make money. This is how Zanzibar makes money. 500,000 people come to that island every year. 500,000. 500,000 go there every year for tourism. This is a very big, huge, humongous deal. The real criminals are the ones that cover up the truth about the safety of the place and endangering tourists. Thank you. Thank you. Because that's how I feel. That's how I feel. Why won't y'all tell us the truth? We are smart enough to make decisions. Some of us will come anyway, but they'll be more on guard. You won't let your guard down like that. Like, oh, no crime happens in Africa, so I don't have to worry about it. So you let your guard down when that's a whole lie. That's a whole lie. That is a whole lie. Tell us the truth. Let us decide. We are smart enough, people, to decide on our own and to make our own decisions. I report these stories, but that's not stopping me. I still have to go to Africa. I still have to go. But what am I going to do? I'm going to move even wiser than I used to move. Even wiser than I used to move. Yes, that's what I'm learning. That the thirst is real over there. It's realer than you thought. The thirst is real. Because that's what they're mad at. Because she's demanding money. And they're like, oh no, you're messing up our money and now you demanding money. We offered you a sum, but you don't want that? You want more? Yes, you want more. It was 3 people involved. Whatever they offered her, it should have been times 3. Yeah, we don't know yet. Joy says, I wish she would have stayed quiet until she, yes, Joy. That's what I was telling my sister today. I was saying, she don't know the rules to the game. You got to be quiet. You film, but I'm filming quietly. And I'm whispering to y'all, look what happened, y'all. Look at this. Can y'all believe somebody just broke in here? This is what happened. I'm not out there cussing out people, European people, calling them you-know-whats and everything under the sun. I'm not doing that. You gotta control yourself till you get out of danger, and then you tell it all. I wouldn't have posted the videos, nothing. But like I said, that's what I can say sitting here in my living room. But when my safety and my kids are at risk, no, I need y'all to know what's going on with me. That's the only thing I can think why she did that. I need y'all to know. I need everybody to know what's going on in case something happened. This is what happened. This is what happened. And she said, she confirmed what the owner said. She said they was trying to give her money, but then they said, oh, the gag order, now we can't offer you nothing. But they said the person that was impacted was relocated. Yeah, she was relocated, but they didn't pay for it. They said they refunded her money. And oh, she said Airbnb did refund her money. This is the truth. Yeah, this is the truth. Yeah, didn't I tell y'all elements of truth? We about to get to it. We about to get to it. Just hang on one second. I've heard a lot of Joy. I didn't. All I've ever heard is, oh, how beautiful, how lovely. And I'm sitting here dreaming about going one day, but I'm like, oh, I can't stay on the airplane that long. I'm like, oh, I could never fly that long. And then come to find out, it's like a that's how the people basically get their money off of us. My thing is she courted this danger. She could have or should have left most of the stuff in that room. Got one bag per person and got to before they could do anything. Before they could do anything. Go to the airport right away. But didn't she say there was no flights? I think she said she tried to do that, but there was no flights. Because remember, this is an island, y'all. They probably don't have flights like that. They probably don't. It's not probably someplace they fly to every day. And the flight if they do fly every day, it's probably once a day. Wow. I sought residency in Zanzibar, though, through an attorney, but it didn't happen because it wasn't my fate. Thank God. And see, that's what, and God was warning this woman, and y'all, I was watching it, and I was saying, girl, don't go. I kept saying, Kay, that means don't go. The kids were sleeping on the floor in the airport, talking about they feel embarrassed that they sleeping on the floor. People walking by them. I kept on saying, oh, that mean don't go. That mean don't go. These are all signs not to go, y'all. If y'all run into this, that means don't go. That's God warning you. And then remember all the bad feelings she had before that? Remember that? All the bad feelings she said she had? If they don't mind that type of crime, maybe where they reside, it's worse. I don't know. She wasn't quiet because she felt her, yes. Yes, princess. Yes, her children's, yes, princess. That's what I think too. So she said, I'm telling everybody, let me get on this live now and I'm going to blast all of this. Y'all making this, remember the friend telling her to come over? Oh, it's so lovely. My feet is propped up in the ocean. The friend telling her you spent $1,000 in 2 days. You gonna be safe. Telling her all these daggone lies. And what I tell y'all, the more money you spend, the more of a target you become. That neighborhood I lived in the Gambia, where all the politicians live, they told me they warned me. They said that neighborhood gets lots of break-ins. And I said, why? And they said, because of the people who live over there got money. And everybody know they got money. So people go where they got money. So $500 a night, you got money. You got money to lose. You got money to spare. That's what they thinking. You got money to spare. So why didn't people sound the alarm? So she get over there. Ain't nobody saying it's dangerous. Ain't nobody saying, Kay, keep your guard up. She at the bar. I think she said she didn't get back from the bar till 2:00 in the morning. She letting her kids walk around doing whatever by themselves because it's supposed to be safe. I done spent $1,000. It should be safe. No. And come to find out, oh, this is what happens. Oh, this is what happens, and ain't nobody, none of the repats, none of the expats, except Mark from what's his name? What's that the little boy name? I'm sorry, he ain't a little boy. He's a young man. What's that young man's name? Mark Meets Africa. I told y'all he the only one tell the truth that I've heard, but they can't talk out like that. So we can't blame them. Especially not the ones who live there. If y'all live there, y'all better not say nothing. Y'all can secretly send me emails and I will gladly say it for you and not tell your name. Because I ain't never going to East Africa. You ain't got to worry about me. You ain't got to worry about me. I don't go places I don't have no connection to and that I know nothing about. I know very little about East Africa. And I don't have no ancestral connection there. I ain't going there. I am not going there. So send it to me. I'll gladly say it. Because y'all can't say it. They'll put you out. Y'all can't complain about what's going on over there. They'll put you out. Take all your money, suspend your passport, and then put you out. In my humblest opinion. All right, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Don't be over there running your mouth. They don't allow their people to run their mouth, and you ain't their people, and y'all know it. The way they make y'all leave and come back. Leave and come back. When I went to Nigeria, never stopped and asked for my passport. Never. And Nigeria, the most corrupt country in Africa, according to you people. According to all the surveys. but not one time I can ever remember. And I told you I went there 6, 7 times. I can't even remember which one. Never. Never produce your documents. Never. But this man went to jail 3 times. She said they suspended his passport, extorted money. And y'all, that's crazy. Something wrong with y'all. And then, I think that lady invited her over there just to see what was going to happen, just to see if she was going to get in trouble. I really think that. She wasn't quiet because she was scared. Exactly. Honey, we know. Africa's too, girl, brown eyes, you ain't never lied. You ain't seen dark till you seen Africa dark. Till you seen Africa dark. And when I was on that beach, this fear gripped me. I said, I ain't never doing this again. And I was with somebody. I was with one of our friends. I was with a family friend. Because y'all know I don't go nowhere by myself. So I was with somebody. I was walking with somebody. But the fear gripped me. We don't have no weapons. We ain't got nothing but cell phones. I said, Dad, somebody can come. I'm trying to, I'm doing how I was trained as a child, how to, watch my surroundings when I'm in a strange place. So I'm watching my surroundings. I'm looking behind me. I'm looking on the side of me. I'm looking in front of me. And I got to watch the ground because I'm walking on sand and I could fall. That ain't the place to be. But they lie and tell you it is. So dark, you can't even see your hand. I couldn't even see when I held the flashlight up in front of me. I couldn't see nothing. The light was like coming back at me. I'm like, I can't see like that. I was just praying. I said, God, I ain't never doing this again. I said, I ain't never doing this again. Get me off this beach at night, Lord. I promise you, I ain't never getting on the beach again at night. And honey, I will never go back at night. And I would advise you, don't you go back at night either. If you ain't never been, don't go. Black Americans, just be careful. To be robbed and to be blamed for it is a lot. Yeah. Thank you, new account. It's getting to be not worth it. And how expensive Africa used to be fun, y'all. When I started going, it used to be fun. It used to be cheap. It was inexpensive compared to our money. It was very inexpensive. You could go over there and you could have a good time. I mean, didn't have to worry about your money. You could just buy whatever you want to buy. Don't ask no price. I used to laugh and say, hey, when I go to Nigeria, I'm a millionaire. They was like, you love going to Nigeria. Why? Because I'm a millionaire. I get what I want. I don't care about the price. Do what I want. Have a great time. But then it changed. After COVID, it changed. Africa got really, like here, inflation hit. And inflation got it ugly. They got Africa ugly now. It's just ugly. It's like being in the hood. You know how when you go to the hood, how your family got a nice neighborhood, your family had the nicest house on the block. And you got to watch, like again, watch your back, watch your front, watch your side. Be on guard all the time. Be cool, but don't be too cool. Don't let people in your house. Yeah. That's how it is now. It wasn't like that. The first time when I went to Cameroon, it was nothing like that. Cameroon, when I walked outside at nighttime, I felt nothing. I felt nothing but peace. Nothing but peace. That was my first time ever doing that. And I would walk home because where I lived at, again, I had a chaperone because they never let me go anywhere by myself. So that's how I was introduced to Africa. You don't go anywhere by yourself. You're a lady. You have to have someone accompany you at all times. You have to have a man accompany you at all times. So we would walk home from the club because where I lived in the big house on the hill. So it was near everything. So the walk home was probably about 15 minutes. 15 minutes walk home from the club. It was nothing. Nothing. People, you would see people, and at some point you would reach a part where you wouldn't see anybody, but there was no fear. Nobody was going to rob you. Nobody was going to do anything to you. Nobody was going to hurt you. But no, that's changed. That's changed. That's changed. You can't walk anywhere at night in Africa anymore. You can't do that. That is not safe. Everything has changed now. And we're saying, welcome, new account. Thank you. It's I was so busy listening to Kiki, I missed the chat. I am well, thanks. Hope so. You all are too. For 2 years, my friend's family lived in Tanzania. Look at this, y'all. They can't talk because they know if they citizens can't talk, y'all think they can talk? Y'all think we can talk? No, they can't talk. They can't tell us what's going on. It just hit me. You think, Kiki, they gonna sit up and do a whole live show like you and tell everything about what really happens over there, and they living over there? Are you crazy? It ain't like here. You can't say what you want to say, and your laws protect you. Nobody's gonna storm in your house for that. Nobody's gonna come in there in the middle of the night and you're gonna come up missing. That's not going to happen to you. You can say what you want to say within reason. Within reason. Within reason. But there you cannot. You cannot speak against them, and especially against the tourist place. Anything that you say that's going to hurt that, you better believe. You better believe you're going to have problems. They were robbed numerous times. The robbers entered their home, and y'all make Gambia seem like Gambia is nothing because they telling it. Because the Gambians, the expats is telling it. They said we tired of this. We ain't sitting here silent no more. We not sitting in silence and being y'all targets no more, being y'all punching bags. Y'all not giving us citizenship anyway. Y'all making us jump through so many daggone hoops. And on top of that, we being unalived, we being robbed all the time. Are you kidding me? And we sit in silence? No, we're done with that. We telling everybody. And not one time are they saying, don't come. They saying, come, but come on. Keep your game smart. Keep your mind on your game. How you was raised, how we was raised. Go back to how we was raised. Always think you in the hood. Always have your hood hat on. This ain't utopia. They the only ones standing up. And y'all want to make Gambia, oh, Gambia not safe. Don't go to Gambia. HE double hockey sticks look like ain't none of Africa safe. Ain't none of Africa safe. It's just the Gambian expats is bold enough to say it. But they can't. But the Gambian expats, they taking a risk too. They taking a risk too because they live in there. They're taking a risk too. But they said their safety is worth the risk. It's worth the risk. But see, you got to remember, Gambia is cool with the United States. That's their friend. That's their friend. Yeah, we friends with Zanzibar. We might be cool with them, but we ain't cool like that. We are not cool like that. I mean, we cool, but we ain't cool like that. So if you know this is going on, you need to get, like the kids used to say, Get up through. I said, what does up through mean? They said, that means you need to get up and you need to be through. Up and through. I'm up and I'm through. I'm through with this. There's 54 countries in Africa. You ain't got to sit there and go through this. Jesus. She was not quiet because she was scared. Yep, they could have came and hurt her and her children. Thank you. Thank you. See, many families have been taken out, and that's no lie. That's no lie. The government, the State Department warns you of that. That you will just disappear, and the government may or may not have a role in it. I'm not saying that. The U.S. State Department said. I'm going to read it to you. This girl was scared. Just she on an island. She can't drive nowhere. So she said, if something happened to me and my kids, y'all gonna know. Y'all gonna know what happened. I came over here. They set me up to be robbed. Then they tried to put it on me. Then they said I was doing sex tourism with a 16-year-old who looked like he was 12. And then you trying to pay me a little bit of money to keep my mouth shut. My kids messed up for life. My son, 9, 10 years old, 9, 10-year-olds don't wet their pants, sir. Ma'am, whoever you are, if that little boy wet his pants, that little boy messed up. He gonna have post-traumatic stress disorder. Him and the daughter. Don't y'all get that? Kay gonna have it too. If they don't already. Who is saying this? Aphrodite. Don't nobody care about Aphrodite. Is this Aphrodite? Hold on, y'all. Let me see who this is. I think this is Aphrodite. He's okay. It is. I mean, I can't stand him. He on here watching us, y'all, taking our information. Okay, good. Spread the story, dude. Whatever. I can't stand him. No, that's why I don't like him. But anyway, let me get back to this. This ain't lying. They ain't lying. I'm gonna watch you. I'm gonna watch. Although I am gonna watch him tonight, and I'll probably. I don't know what I'm gonna do with him. I don't know what I'm gonna do. He might not be worth my response because like I told y'all what my grandma say. Everybody ain't worth your response. Everybody's not worthy of your response. So when y'all see me don't respond, you're not worthy. All you could do is bow down and kiss my feet. That's what that means when you don't get a response. You're not worthy. Oh, in the words of Smitty's Corner, I'm sorry, I digressed. But my mic can't be muted because I'm reading the comments. This is very true. This is what happens. This is what the U.S. State Department warns us about. Families have been taken out. People have been taken out. Thank you. $500 a night. I need to have a Maasai warrior stationed at my door. But they don't want to pay the Maasai. And this is my opinion, Mr. Hotel person, whoever you are, hotel people, tourism people, this is just my opinion. You don't want to pay them. So you do cheapness. Because it's all about capitalism. It's all about the exploitation, getting as much as you can for the cheapest amount. Selling your product that's cheaply made for the highest amount. The nature of capitalism is exploitation. Look up the definition. That is the nature of it. So I'm going to pay these people a little bit of money. And I'm going to put them in the front because she told us they ain't in the back. Anybody can walk up here. Anybody can walk up here. For $500 a night, you need to have a what they have in the Gambia, where they stop you, get your ID. They got them in Cameroon too, but I didn't see them in Nigeria. Well, in Lagos, I'm sure they might have them in different parts of Nigeria. Oh, they do, because when I went to Benue State, I did see them, where you had to stop. Oh, that was a lie. Oh, I told a big lie. In Lagos, I didn't have to produce my documents, but when I went to when I would travel inside of Nigeria, when I went to Benue State, I did have to produce my documents. So is KNK being detained for being a victim? We don't know. New account. It sounds like it from the information from her interview. It sounds like she's being detained. She says she can't leave. She says she went to try to board a flight, and they said that she was not able to board. She was not given permission to board the flight. So she believed that her passport has been like blocked. So the last time we talked to her, and unfortunately, she was not allowed to really speak. The last time, she was on somebody's channel, she wasn't allowed to really speak. They kept interrupting her. So we don't know. We really don't know. There were so many things she was trying to say, and she sent in clips and videos that we never did get to see because the person didn't even take the time to make sure the videos were uploaded before you went on the air, so you could tell this woman's story. Instead, they were just looking for a payday. And they cover up the truth, Princess said. Yeah, they sweep it under the rug. Let the criminals go and play innocent. Yeah, they're just poor. They just need money. So it's okay. You have a lot of it. You have extra. If you didn't have extra, you wouldn't even be here. So it's okay. Yeah. Yeah. Cotton Top says the Maasai are the desert for the dessert. Oh, are you serious? The Maasai are the dessert for the white woman. Oh God, I don't even want to think about that. Please don't tell me that. In Africa, KNK, whatever the government says, she is. In Africa, KNK is whatever the government says she is. But anyone who's traveled internationally knows that. That's why you leave. Then you talk SHIT. And if you plan on going back, you better not be talking too much SHIT. Okay? You better plan not to go at all. No. What? Kiki, did you see the post where they say, yeah, I got it on here. I'm about to show y'all that the U.S. Embassy and the presidents are involved for KNK slander for their establishment. Yeah, I'm about to show y'all that rockabye baby. I don't no, honey, I don't do all that. I don't have time for social media. She feared for her life right then. Yeah, she did. Check the news for people unalived. Okay, I'm going to do that when I get up here. She said that she said on Latif's grandmother's live that they accused her, I know, of trafficking. But then KNK said about the Nigerian girl who got robbed. They accused her of the same thing. Said the same story. She invited the man back to her room. And but if you invited somebody back to you, honey, we don't do that. These passport grannies ain't doing that. If they going over there, these people who go interested in tourism, they know they got to pay to play. They ain't trying not to pay to play because they want you to come back. They're going to want seconds, thirds, and fourths, and fifths. So I don't believe that one little bit. I don't believe that one little bit. Going live protected her. It sure did because it got us the story. And we still talking about it. We're going to keep talking about it till we get some answers. Till we hear from her. Because we know if she had her phone, she'd be talking. She'd be saying something. So did they take her phone? Did they cut it where she can't access? Did they block her IP address where she can't access the internet? And if this is what really happened, then she's really a victim. And according to the people who own the establishment or who is speaking for the establishment, this really did happen. All right. I don't people F with me like that. When they try to say I F you, MFer, I'm from the get. What? I don't even know what you just said. That didn't even make sense. I don't even know what you said. She didn't put her children in danger when, according to the social services of the United States, but what traveling? Exactly. She didn't know this was going to happen. Now she going over somebody's house to beat them up, and she's got her kids in the car. That's endangering your kids. If you're drunk driving, that's endangering your kids. She might have been drinking, but the kids is on safety ground. And according to this place, it's safe and secure. My kids can go to the pool. The pool is right outside the room. It's right outside the door. The bar is right around the corner. Everybody's cool. Everybody's safe. I'm paying $500 a night. There ain't nothing going on here. What a lie. And you know her friend now. You know the woman now. The woman probably just wanted to see how much money KNK had. KNK squad really had. She probably wanted to see if KNK was really about what she was talking about. If she really had money like that. She didn't put the kids in danger. Damn, thank you, Princess. The place put her kids in danger by not covering their crimes and criminals. You know, there's a thing at the university that we have. We used to not tell people when things would happen, crimes would happen at school. It was just like this because they didn't want the university to get in. They didn't want people to ruin the reputation of the university. So they would not tell you when SAs would occur on campuses. But guess what? They passed a law because people were getting S8 on college campuses and nobody would say anything. But guess what? They passed a law. And the law says that you have to report SAs. You have to report them. Now, every university has to do an open report every year of SAs that happen at that school. It's the same thing. These people need to be required by law to report activity that happens. She put them in danger. She put them in danger by not leaving the continent the moment she had the chance. But Mercy Pie, she said, now remember, y'all, she said she called. There was no planes. She couldn't get a plane. So she said, what I'm going to do is go stay by the airport. I'm going to go stay by the airport. Remember that? She said, I'm going to stay by the airport so I can be closer to the airport. Remember, she said that. She said, I can't get a plane, but I'm going to stay closer to the airport. So she did try. Well, that's the place, not her. Exactly. The place did that. Beg my pardon, but I didn't. But I have said it. Wait a minute. Beg my pardon. I should have said a S tourist. Oh, no, that's okay. She didn't have that. She didn't even know that about that. Thank you. Her friend knew, though. You can't tell me her friend, Valerie, who didn't want to be on camera. You cannot tell me that Valerie didn't know that that's the MO and that's how it goes down in Zanzibar. Because people talk. So you can't tell me she didn't know. They may not talk openly, but honey, they talk to each other. The community will know everything. They'll whisper it among themselves, especially in the village. They knew, the friend knew. Why she didn't tell Kay? Girl, put your money up. Girl, don't say nothing about your money. Girl, don't go over there to that expensive hotel, that expensive resort. Them people are getting robbed left, right, and center. Stay in someplace modest, safe and modest. Check around, ask. Do people, all you got to do is ask the locals. Hey, do people get robbed over there? Do people break in over there? They'll tell you. they'll be like, oh yeah, you don't want to go there. You don't want to go there. Ask them. She a local. She knew. Make me think she had something to do with it. She put in the crimes on her. Stop putting the crimes on her. Has she heard from Kevin or her ex-husband or her 3 older children in the States? Can they help her? We don't know, Mecca. I don't know. We ain't heard from her. But how are they going to help her? Only thing they could do is go over there. See, at this point, somebody needs to fly over there. And they need to, but where are they going to go? We don't know if she's in jail. If she was in jail, I could say they could go over there and they could go to the jail, make sure she's getting taken care of, making sure she get food, making sure she get water, making sure she get the clothes she need, making sure she get the medicine she need. Because KNK need these certain things, making sure she got to have electricity for her CPAP, her breathing machine, all of that. So they can go and help by giving her help and make sure she has the things she needs. Because anytime, any type of money we gonna send is gonna be ate up. We can't send no money. That ain't gonna get to her. Somebody gotta hand deliver that to her. So no, only way we can help. We gotta figure out where she at. I don't know if they know, but we haven't heard anything. Okay, let me block this person. I don't know what this person is all about, but yeah, he don't know who he dealing with, so I don't have time to play with you. It's all cap, Kiki, happy holidays, self-respect. So you don't, he don't think it's real at all. Wow, same to you. Thank you, Smitty. Have a great one. Bye, girl. I don't have to ask when you see her. What? Oh, y'all talking. They saying hi, Smitty. Well, you know, shoot, I'm the one late getting to these comments. Blame the criminals and the starters, not the person defending her. Okay. You got time to comment. Oh, okay. Let me go. What y'all saying? What? Princess says you don't have to know about the country. Someone in your home that doesn't. Thank you. And you wake up out your sleep. She needs to leave Africa, period. She's going to end up like the girl that cried wolf, and no one will believe her. She is a target already, being a woman with children and no man. Thank you, Midnight. All right. Ooh, a lot of comments. Let me get down here. All right, at this point, I'm going to start going from the bottom up, y'all, because we got to get on here. It's been an hour, and I have not presented one shred of evidence. So let's go. Let's start our show. Let me share the screen. You know, we got to do our legal stuff first. Let's do our disclaimer about the copyright protection. All right, are we ready? All right, Kiki Loves Nigeria. The content on Kiki Loves Nigeria may contain copyrighted content not authorized for use by the owner. However, no copyright infringement is intended. Copyrighted material used on this channel falls under the Fair Use Section 107 of the Copyright Act, which states copyrighted material can be used for education, research, teaching, and commentary purposes, which is the explicit goal of this channel. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on Kiki Loves Nigeria belong solely to the author, not necessarily to the community, the host, or the channel. All right, now also, was that the only important thing I needed to show y'all beforehand? I think so. Okay, let me look here on my notes. Well, y'all know who I am. I'm Kiki Loves Nigeria. This is our show. We talk about everything that impacts you visiting West Africa. And we use primary sources. All of this information comes from primary sources. It's not gossip. It's not hearsay. If there is a document or an image that can back up what you're saying, that is considered a fact. When you talk about that fact, when you analyze that fact, it's called a fact-based analysis. It is not called gossip. We do not gossip on Kiki Loves Nigeria. We have no time to gossip. So I think that's all the legal stuff. Now we're going to look at the statement. Let me show y'all the statement. This statement was made by somebody who was representing the hotel. I don't know exactly who the person was, or is, I should say. I don't know who that person is, okay? I can't say it's the owner because I don't know if it's the owner. Hold on. Oh, I need to go to my channel. It's on my channel. Okay. So hold on. Let me pull that up. So I don't know who that person is. So I shouldn't say it is the owner. I don't know who this person is that is talking for these people. So I shouldn't say it's the owner because I don't know. But this is what, when I told you last night, we were going to look and see what we could find. This is what we found, okay? Someone, when I got off the live, I was emailed this message. All right, so this didn't come through. So let me read it on my phone. And it's kind of good because I didn't want the name of this company to be seen like that. So let me read it to you out. This is the email that this was in the email that I received this morning. It says official statement. Let's look. First, we're going to look at the date. You see the date was November 22nd, and this was at 9:02 a.m. Remember, I saw it at 5 a.m. my time, which would have been, what, 10 a.m. their time? Oh, I can't do the backwards thing. It's going to make my head hurt again. But they posted this statement a day after she said it happened at 9 a.m. We know it's from the place because this is the name that she said. We're not showing the whole name, okay? So it says official statement because remember we said that we couldn't find the statements. This is the official statement. Official statement, assailant was apprehended immediately due to our security. So she said, assailant was apprehended immediately due to our security, which backs up KNK squad what she said. She said the security was the little boy, and the little boy helped fight off the person. But KNK squad said they didn't apprehend him. She said she unalived him, and they took the body someplace. Guest did not lock. Guest. They're trying to say guest did not lock the door, and it was security that alerted the guest. So they're saying KNK did not lock the door. Okay, she didn't say that, and the scene does not match this statement. When are you saying she didn't unlock the door? Are you saying earlier she didn't unlock the door and the person was hiding in the room like she said? Maybe because the kids had the key for a little bit. Maybe the kids didn't lock the door. So how would you know that, though, if the person was unalived? Two people are saying the person was unalived. Kay said it, and the person who wrote me. So how do you know that? Who told you that? That the door was unlocked? That would be interesting to see who told you that. And it was security that alerted the guest. Yes, it was the security who alerted the guest. Remember? It was the security who alerted the guest because she said that. She said the little boy started screaming. She heard the little boy screaming. And that's what made her come out. That's what woke her up, because he said he saw somebody walking around in her room. And remember, the light was not off. So it wasn't a shadow. He had to see the person. Now, despite the accusations, the assailant did not work at the lodge. Now, this part makes me think that this is a lie, because Kay said she believed he worked there, or he knew people who worked there. And the girl, I don't know if it's a girl, but the person who wrote me said he worked there. So two people are saying he worked there, or he has some association with that place. One person is saying he didn't work there, who has a vested interest in him not working there. All right. The accusations. And this was on the 22nd. We didn't do our show till the 23rd. So these accusations are coming from someplace. So people are talking. I told you, people are on the ground talking. People are on the ground talking, and people are saying he worked there. But he want to come on real quick, whoever he or she is, want to come on and say he didn't work there. He didn't work there. Distancing themselves. To distance themselves from their liability. Okay. Police and security have been out on site since 3 a.m. So when she was filming, security was on site. The police had not come yet. Remember? The police had not come. So he needs to say the security were on site. They were at that where she was, that little boy. No bribes were given. Why would he say no bribes were given? When she clearly said they said she was trying to bribe somebody. Why is he saying no bribes are given? Why is that coming up? She said a bribe. They said she was trying to bribe somebody, and then they said that she wasn't. Now he's saying that there was no bribes given. Why would you even say that in a robbery? Why would somebody be trying to bribe anybody in a robbery? And given immediate assistance was provided for relocation, insurance, support, and a full refund of the booking. So she says she got the full refund. She says we don't know if she was they immediately assisted her in moving the body. She said they did not help her in relocation. They did not help her with her medical needs. And they did not support her. She did say she got a full refund from booking.com. No, Airbnb, I'm sorry. We have been providing support and assistance throughout the night for the guest. No, we didn't see that on the video. She was on there 3 hours and 47 minutes. People were ignoring her. She was calling, begging them to come over there. Come here, can you come here? Even though she was saying weird, crazy stuff to them, they were ignoring her. When she was calling for them to come back and help after they had removed the body, they were ignoring her. We have, okay, so I don't know where they were providing support for her. Thank you for the support of the community for apprehending the assailant so quickly. Oh, y'all. Oh, this confirms what the girl wrote. That letter was not a lie. That was not a lie. I told y'all they came and they removed the body. They took him to the traditional doctor. This was in the village. The village people, the man who came there to find out who she was. So they worked together to identify this person and what was going on. So they told the police, he's in the village bleeding, or he's in the village passed out. And that's what she said. This person was from that village. That's how they know so much. And that's how it happened so quickly. And he's confirming that right there. All right. So let me go to my script. I think that was okay. So now that let me get y'all comments. And what we're going to do after this, we're going to look at the evidence again. I stopped it right at, I'm going to start it right at the video, the TikTok one. That was the best one. All right. That was the one when she just woke up. And you could tell she had just woken up and she's disoriented. So I'll be honest. I don't like KNK. I think she's loud and obviously to the nature of respect. And oblivious to the nature of respect. But I don't want to see her in harm's way. I want for her to be free and loud. Now how I feel, it doesn't matter. Yes, it does, Mercy Pie, because you on here giving support. If they have their tours, keep them. Thank you. Thank you. She has had so many unfavorable encounters in Africa. This time, for her to get out of Africa, she said too much online and too much line and incriminated herself. She went too far, and that can backfire. There are flights. I looked them up. Well, she was live initially. You did? There were flights leaving Zanzibar? Well, maybe they wouldn't let her transfer her flight. How easy is it to transfer your tickets, y'all, to another flight? I know there's a fee, but if those flights were booked up. Oh, but you were saying they could. Excuse me.
The food from Thanksgiving?
Okay. But were they flights that she could get on though? But I think she said, remember she said they blocked her passport. Well, right away, yeah, she said she couldn't get a flight. She has a target on her back because she is in Africa with her children. Okay, we read that. All right. There is an airport in Zanzibar, but the main airport is in Dar es Salaam, is which you get there by a ferry ride. Oh, so maybe she can get on the ferry then, y'all. So she doesn't fly out of this place. Well, maybe she can get on the ferry and go to Dar es Salaam and get lost there. Yeah, plenty of labels to travel solo. Yeah. Remember, she said that it was hard for her to get out of that place because of the twist in the roads. You get out in, but there's no transportation for you just to get out. She's at the bar. Her kids are alone. But it's supposed to be safe, y'all. There's loads of flights out of Zanzibar every day. For real? That's what she said. I remember midnight. So we don't know. I remember that. And they kicked you out of the live, shaking my head. Who kicked her out of the live? What y'all talking about? Hey, Steph. She said that those who cause the root of this problem is the one Dr. Africana speaks about. To look in it. Okay, I don't know what y'all talking about. Stephanie says, welcome to another Kiki Loves Nigeria live. We're glad you're here. Please give the video a like and consider subscribing to our channel. Okay, so look. Oh my God, beautiful. I just told her, y'all. She said she not washing dishes. She just moving stuff around. She gonna stop in a minute. I think she getting some food. That's why I'm moving, y'all. I'm looking. Trust me. This was good for a minute, but it's just gotten too small now. We need our space again. It was good for the time that it lasted, but it served its purpose. Now it's time to move on. We all need a big one again. Whatever happened to the arrivals? We don't know. They were a retired couple in Gambia on YouTube. They got robbed several times. They did. And they told us. You discussed the wonderful couple several times. Okay. We did. I heard KNK say that the police officer told her they didn't have freedom. They don't. There at that point, they don't. They would put a cloth over your people's mouths and they would never see them again. And that's what I told her. They would put a towel over your mouth and take you away. Not everyone stays on YouTube all the time. Sometimes people get busy. Too busy to be yes. It is. It's hard to keep up with YouTube. You need to take a look at the friend that told her to go there. Thank you. And didn't show up, although she told her what happened. I think that friend set her up. Honey, I do too. I think the friend has something to do with it. The Afro dude called you just now, the nerve. That Afro dude called you. What? Well, she wasn't a caring friend, especially after she told her what happened. Okay, y'all. Yes, they said the man who owns the resort is from Germany, so he isn't in it. So he is, hold on. So he is in it for the money only. I can't stand that self-hating Afro. Oh, yes, honey. Ain't nobody thinking about him. Oh, man, KNK is in real trouble. Wonder why if her ex-husband will go to get the children. Somebody has to do something. But what can you do? We haven't heard from her. Hopefully they have. They're going to have to go through the back roads. If her passport wasn't blocked, she could have went from Arusha, Tanzania to either Kenya or Uganda via Lake Victoria by tickets. Then she is good. So can she go anywhere with her passport being blocked? She said, Steph said, he began his live 30 minutes ago. Maybe people aren't over there, so he's jumping in. However, he's too late for the scoop. She said her ex-husband doesn't want anything to do with his kids. What? I don't believe that. Yeah, a lot of Mozungos then go to Kenya just for that, and then to Tanzania. Okay. All right. So we've already listened. Mr. White, hey, how you been? She can travel by road to a neighboring country and fly back to the U.S. from the country unless Tanzania flagged her passport. That's what I mean. When they flag her passport, is it passed for everywhere or just passed? Oh, it's flagged. Yes, you can't go anywhere. Unless Tanzania flagged her passport, all borders too. But if they're watching, they may be risky for their lives. Okay, so let's go to she did, but it wasn't. It just okay, y'all talking about something. Now look, now I'm gonna go, hey Jam Jars, how you been? I'm gonna go to this video. I would think the embassy should get involved since she's the victim. Well, we would think that, but they don't investigate crimes. Remember, that's why they warn you not to go. I'm sorry, I'm thirsty. All African countries hide tourist crimes, especially major ones, especially involving Americans and Europeans. Your conversation is different today than yesterday. Hey, it always, because I got different information, honey. You don't know that. I let the truth speak. Yes, the truth speaks. Didn't I get some new information? Yes, I did. And not too different. I never said it was a skit. KNK said that she doesn't lock her door at home. In the U.S., not that she left her door open in Zanzibar. I don't think she left that door open because it would have been, the dude couldn't get in. He couldn't get out. Terry Wright, I disagree with you there. If a UK tourist gets unalived anywhere, not in the UK, it's a big news here. It's always makes them see. That's nice. That's real nice. Okay. All right. So now we're going to watch this video. Wait, we're gonna watch this. We're gonna watch this video so we can get. I'm sorry. I thought y'all could hear me. Y'all can't hear me. Okay, look. Now we're gonna watch this video. I'm gonna put this video up here, and this is the video where she, right after everything happened. Okay, right after everything happened, she goes live on TikTok. Then she comes to YouTube. So now, while we're listening to this, listen for the details, okay, y'all? Listen for the details. Listen to what the man, if you hear things that the man said, listen to you hear things that the girl said, and then listen for what the person said, the KNK said, all right? Because this is what she said right after it happened. And every time I hear it, I hear something different. So let's go.
And the little boy was screaming. The little boy was screaming. I had to fight the nigga. I was fighting the nigga. No, he didn't have nothing. I was trying to, when I was fighting him, I was trying to make sure he didn't have nothing. I was like, whatever the fuck you got, you better drop that shit. He had all of this. He was just doing this. What? But he was.
So we pointed that out last night, that inconsistency. But I believe she said somebody broke in. She didn't say, wait, let me listen.
And the little boy was screaming. The little boy was screaming. I had to fight the nigga. I was fighting the nigga. No, he didn't have nothing. I was trying to, when I was fighting him, I was trying to make sure he didn't have nothing. I was like, whatever the fuck you got, you better drop that shit. He had all of this.
Yep, that's what she said. She was fighting him, and she was trying to make sure that he didn't have nothing. That's what she said. So he didn't have nothing, and she was making sure he dropped it. So how did this man know he was the robber, though? Because they said he didn't have nothing on him. So that part confuses me right there.
No, he didn't have nothing. I was trying to, when I was fighting him, I was trying to make sure he didn't have nothing. I was like, whatever the fuck you got, you better drop that shit. He had all of this. He was just doing this. What? But he was. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?
But see, how do we explain the clothes? This whole scene. This doesn't match nothing nobody said. Why was the clothes there? Why was the fake clothes there? That don't match nothing. But no, I don't think this was an act. Well, we know it wasn't. The man said it wasn't.
Oh. I don't know if he's okay.
Stephanie, I believe this was after they took him away. Because see the boy rolling around. This was supposed to be after the fight, and he's supposed to be so beat up that he's rolling around because he got beat up and he got hurt. But I think he's crying because he knew the boy and of how the boy looked. Like, I think he knew the boy was unalived. And that's what I think. I don't think he's like hurt like that. That don't look like I'm hurt. That look like I'm crying.
I don't know. He's okay. Somebody broke in here and tried to rob me. Somebody tried to rob me and he helped me. No more. The door's broke. Look, see, he broke the handle.
Now, see, that matches what the owner said. The owner said he broke in. That's what she said. Somebody broke in here and tried to rob me. She didn't say. She said tried. Y'all hear that? He tried to rob me. Not he robbed me. He tried to rob me. So this whole, it's these inconsistencies. Even if he tried to rob her and still didn't get away with it, he still owed this woman. Because of what her and her kids been through. But I don't understand all these inconsistencies in these stories that don't match up. I'm so confused about all of this.
He told me we stuck in here. No, we stuck in here. You stole the phone? No, I stole them. He stole both of them alone. No, what happened was he stole Karen's Android. One doesn't work, the other one's really slow and takes too long. So that's so I told y'all they were breaking your house and steal your phone. I don't know how I'm gonna get back out this house. I don't know how I'm gonna get out the house because the door is broke. The handle's broke. I got that. That's you too? Cool.
So the dude said the door was unlocked. But the door was clearly locked because they had to break the handle off the door. The dude broke the handle off the door trying to get out. So the stories are not matching. Now, let's go back to this. Let me get some of y'all comments, see what y'all got to say about that. There could be no reason for a friend of the assailant to be crying and lying on the ground. He would go back to the village, but he worked there. And remember, they said the boy worked there, Fiona. Remember that? That the boy worked there. And then remember in the letter, the dude is saying, whoever the person is, whoever wrote that, they're saying whatever rumors, the misconceptions, whatever, trying to say he don't work there. So a lot of people say he's working there. KNK even said, she saw the boy there earlier. I believe that's what she said. With the two boys. Because remember, she said he was cool with the two boys who she was supposed to give a tip to or something like that. So I think he was mourning like that because he knew him. This wasn't just a robber, because nobody's going to mourn for the robber. But after reading all of this and putting the stories together, I stand on my position that I believe they knew him. From day one, I said this boy was known there because of the way people were acting and the way they were looking. They were looking like they were sad. If this was just a robber who was going around robbing people every day and doing like they said for 2 years and making things hard for everybody there, I don't think people would be looking sad like that. I don't think people would have been ignoring her like that. So no, I don't think the person who was unalived allegedly, I don't think that was just a person who just went around robbing people. I don't think that. I think I think the resort people said that. I think they said that to cover up what happened, to protect their image. But then I go back to, why was he in her room? Why was he in her room? How did he get in her room? She said he broke in the room. When she woke up, she said he broke in the room. Wish whoever sent the email that they can let the police know the truth so KNK can leave with her children. Which email? Yeah, exactly. I think the boy on the ground is the assailant. You think so? Well, why is she asking him, can you help me? Thank you for helping me. I think this was before she found the key to get, it was before she found the key to get out the door and unlocked it. And that's why she, oh, okay, yeah, you're right. She couldn't get out the room. Of course she gonna scream help. And y'all just leaving her in the daggone room, but then she got the door open and they were still screaming help. Whoever sent the email to Kiki, I'm glad they sent. I'm glad it was sent to you, and glad they feel comfortable to let you know the truth. Yeah, I do too. That's why I know they're not lying. And they from Zanzibar too. No, he worked there. He worked there. Why? But I'm stuck. I'm going to write the person back and say, do you know, can you explain why and how why was he in a room? Why was he in a room? To say she was picking him up, I can't go for that because it was grown men there. There were grown men there. If she wanted to pick up somebody for a fling, there were grown men there. So this doesn't make sense. I feel like she's screaming after they have taken the guy away. She did scream after because he wasn't laying there. This was after they retrieved the body. I don't think she would put that on film. No, I think she might have that on her camera, but I don't think she has that. She didn't put that out there for us to see. I don't think he was unalived. I think she's adding extras to her story. Okay, if he wasn't unalived, then how do we explain the person who said that their mom lives in that village? And this is the talk in the village. How do we explain that? And remember, I solicited this information from her. I asked her. She didn't just write me and tell me this to get me just to tell a story. No, I asked her, and I asked her certain things. I keep saying her. I don't know what it is. I don't know if she's a girl or a boy. Bring them receipts at Kiki. Yes, please. I need to see them. Don't just tell me something. You need your passport to go. See, you need your passport to do anything. KNK said on the live, bring that body back so I can torture it. The first time she said it, I was shocked. She repeated it several times, and I thought the live would end, but it went on for 3 hours and 47 minutes, honey. I did too. She kept on saying it. Yes, lots of flights out of Tanzania. Plenty of white taxis. Do the taxis take you out too? I was finished with the dish. Okay. Hold on. All right, now the whole situation is taking me on an emotional roller coaster. Me too. Then probably locked up the passport immediately. I hope her friend is helping her. I don't think her friend is helping her. Y'all heard what her friend said yesterday? Terry, yes, the Facebook page is in front of the description is vague. All right. We don't know how true or what was said on the Facebook comment. Yes, we do. We know exactly what they said from the establishments because they will only go into whatever links, yes, and try to protect the reputation of the establishment. He right about that. We don't know how that. Okay, now that I think he right because they ain't gonna tell us the truth. They are not gonna tell us the truth. That's a lie. So let me show y'all something. Now we're going to look at this other comment. Can we at least get them more likes, please? I appreciate y'all. Okay, look, y'all. Let's check out this other comment. Let's check out this other comment. Wait, is that where I'm supposed to go? Let me find, because I put this in order. Okay, so after that, right, I received another update. This was right before I was getting ready to go on. And I looked down at my phone, and then there was another update about her situation. So let me get that up here for y'all. This one was even more shocking. Because this man was whoever this was that was talking. Honey, he didn't even care what he was saying. He was letting you know he don't like this person. He don't like her at all. Okay, so let's share this. Now, this is the next one. All right, let me go back out of here. So this is the next one. Andrew Schultemeyer, who is that? Oh, this is the people on their page. I was about to say, I know these people ain't on my channel saying, oh, with these type of names. All right, look. So somebody responded to the post. He said, what happened? What assailant? Then this person says, who's responding from the hotel, an assailant was apprehended at 3:15 a.m. She said it happened about 2. She left the bar at 2. And she was asleep. You could tell she was asleep by the way she sounded in that video. She sounded like she was just waking up. So he said they called him at 3:15. By 3:15, they had him. And all goods were returned to the guest. That's not what was told. KNK said the boy didn't have nothing on him. In her video, she said she checked his pockets. And he left there when he didn't have nothing on him. Then she said the police said they found him. When they found him, he didn't have nothing on him. So what is this man talking about saying he had something on him? Now, this is the part that all the goods were returned. That's not true. That's not a true statement. Now, not according to the evidence. Despite, listen to this, her rantings on social media. Can you believe he said that? She failed to retract her defamatory claims. He can't stand her. She failed to retract her defamatory claims and to arrive in court. U.S. Embassy and the President's office have now taken over this case due to her defamation of her due to her defamation of our establishment. Is it because of the defamation of the establishment or because of what happened there? Because I can't believe the office of the president will be taken over just because somebody defamed somebody's character, accused of defaming somebody's character. So this right here lets you know something else happened. For these two big people to be involved, and why would the office of the president be involved with a crime, though? Like that. Don't they have a whole department that handles criminal activity? Why would the president office be investigating that? They would be made aware of it, yeah. But no, something else happened other than what he is saying right here. That's how I feel. I feel like something else happened. And he's just not saying it. Okay, and after that, I think I'm supposed to take y'all comments. Yep. Let me go back to y'all comments. We don't know how true any of what was said in the Facebook comment from, okay. Oh, I was going up. All right. Can we get at least, okay, we got those. Okay, we got those. All right. I'm getting the same vibes like all those women who ended up unalived in the Gambia. They all started to experience strange events and problems prior to their passing. This is not looking good. And Miss King says, "Hi Kiki. It's a shame that KNK was talking about how she hates white people on the live after and during the incident. It was black people who sent her, who set her up. And shame on them all. Yep, sure was. Now they want us to believe this, but I just need to know how the little boy got in the room. I need to know about the clothes. There's so many things that don't make sense. There's so many things that just don't even make sense. We see the email. Y'all see what email? Did I show y'all some email? It's alarming to know that she is a single woman with kids in Africa. That is a breathing machine that has encountered so many incidents with her kids. Okay, we've seen all that. Okay. Let's go back down. Sozo says, I think he was already there before she went to bed. Were her kids alone while she was at the bar? I think they were. But were they alone that long? And if they were alone, why didn't he just rob the place then? Why didn't he just, if he was in there by himself, why would he wait for them to come back? Most robbers, they don't want you to come back. They want to get it when you ain't even in there. So why would he wait? And she had that camera in there. She had things in there of value. Those phones was there because he didn't use them phones. So if he was in there, why would he wait for her to come back when he could just get what he wants? When I saw the statement, I thought that doesn't feel right. No, it didn't. Wow, sounds like he's going to try to sue KNK. He can sue he can try if he want to. But, I forgot, this ain't America, honey. When I saw that, I tried to make as if they saved her. Yes. She doesn't appear to be the type of mother that would bring a man for that purpose around. No. She was probably confused when she woke up. Yeah. She just assumed he had broken in and later realized that he was hiding the whole thing. But someone said this last night, and it's something that I heard her say today. She said 2 hours, 58 minutes, and 13 seconds in the video. Which one? In the live last night, she said something that shocked me. Let me pull that up. She said, he was sleeping in my room. This MFN was sleeping in my room. 2 hours, I think it's 2 hours and 58 minutes. Hold on, y'all. Can y'all see that? Okay, good. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Let me pull it up from the live last night. But yeah, he said, and I said, what? He was sleeping in your room. I'm like, what do you mean? And I'm like, maybe she was just asleep and she didn't mean to say that. So hold on, let me go into this. 2 hours, 58 minutes, and 13 seconds. Hold on. Got that. 2 hours, 58 minutes, and 13 seconds. 2 hours, 58 minutes. Hold on, y'all. And 13 seconds. Okay. All right, I got it now. Okay, now look at this. All right, hold on. Let me stop sharing this and pull up this video and listen to what she said here. this just really had me like, what did she just say? Okay, can y'all see that? All right, now listen to this.
Motherfucker, y'all.
Look at
And the
that.
crazy part about this shit is the motherfucker
Those clothes were placed there. Those clothes were not there.
security told me
I need to go
that
back
I need
for
to be
more.
fuck quiet.
2 hours, 58 minutes, and 13 seconds. We'll start there. How many times has she said this in this one clip? Bring the body back to me.
I just want to torture that motherfucker, y'all.
Look at
And the
that.
crazy part about this shit is the motherfucker
Those clothes were placed there. Those clothes were not there.
security told me that I need to be the fuck quiet. He said because I'm disturbing the peace. You don't think I was fucking disturbed when there's a nigga in the room with me? This nigga was sleeping in the room with me. She
said right there, this N was sleeping in the room with me. There was an N. You think I'm not disturbed because there was an N in the room with me. This N was sleeping in the room with me. What do y'all think about that? How many times has she said this in this one clip? They're not coming up on this porch. This dude is standing way back here. This dude is standing way back here. Yeah. And here go another dude. Ain't none of them came up to the porch because they know what happened. They've already carried the guy to the village, to the traditional doctor. Wow.
That's you too?
Yeah, this is when she said, what do y'all think she meant by that? That I don't understand the part. I don't.
How? When I fucking killed the nigga, you gonna she said you're gonna get better service. When I was in the village and I was in the village suffering, I ain't suffer like this. I ain't suffer like this, but now we got a whole fucking murder scene. Now we got the niggas.
Now we have the clothes. Now we have the clothes.
Clothes out here.
This was the burning
let me really show y'all the fucked up scenery of this shit. The fact that nobody's here. Nobody's fucking helping me. Nobody's coming for me. Nobody's coming to save me. Even the Jesus that y'all pray to, he ain't even coming to save me. I'm still in Tanzania. I'm in the Zanzibar on the waterfront. I'm in this fucking resort. It's called Lost Souls. And it's a lost soul out there. After I killed the nigga, the man was right here. He fucking tried to wrestle the nigga. The nigga gave him a run for his money. The nigga ran over there and collapsed at the swimming pool. I just want somebody to bring the body back to me so I can put it here and I can torture that motherfucker. I told y'all the body came from here. How many times has she said this in this one clip? Bring the body back to me. I just want to torture that motherfucker, y'all. Look at that. And the crazy part about this shit is the motherfucker. Those clothes were placed there. Those clothes were not there. Security told me that I need to be the fuck quiet. He said because I'm disturbing the peace. You don't think I was fucking disturbed when there's a nigga in the room with me? This nigga was sleeping in the room with me. He was already in here. My doors was locked. He was sleeping in the room with me and my doors were locked. What do y'all think, do you think she just misspoke? You think she just misspoke? What does she mean? He was sleeping in the room with me. This N was sleeping in the room with me. What does she mean by that? What does she mean by that? Let's take some of y'all comments and see what she meant by that. What y'all think she meant. It's possible that they were playing with him in the room and they fell asleep in the room and she got back late and discovered him. Who was playing with him? The kids? She just saying he was in the room while she was sleeping. I think that's all. But she said the MFer was in the room, sleep with me. Sleep with me.
Like he was asleep too. And then she woke up and caught him stealing. What does that mean? It's possible that they were playing with him. Okay. He was in there so long he fell asleep. What? Yes, I think they're standing back as they took him away and don't understand why she's still, screaming and making noise. That's what I'm saying. That's what they're sad about, because they know this boy has been unalived. And they like, even though, the little boy was trying to get some money from you or whatever, but, he's still a kid. He's still a kid, and you don't have to take his life like that. And it sounds like he was unalived in a terrible way. He was there, so long he fell asleep. The kids may have let him in, but why? Those kids are smarter than that. Why would they let him in? So he was sleeping underneath the bed, and then he was behind the curtains. Well, if we followed what the story said, it sounded like he was behind the curtains, and then he went and fell asleep. I don't know where he was sleeping at. If he was playing with the kids earlier, do you think they might have invited him back and he hid in the room and came back and But they said the boy that was unalive, people who worked at the bar said they saw him and her at the bar earlier. And then there was another boy who said they saw him walking back with her. Remember? Okay. He waited in the room for the money he noticed in her purse. Rooted in Love says, she may have started with him, then she came home from the bar and he hid, couldn't get out of the room. The local children will play and follow other people's children. Was he sleeping or standing up behind the curtains? He was supposed to be standing up behind the curtains. Were her children playing with him? I think he would have seen somebody standing behind the curtains. Right. How she know he was sleeping? Exactly. I don't know. The owner of the place has money. He isn't the children's dad. It's the children's dad, ex-military. I think so. I think he was already there before he went to bed. They went to bed. Were her children alone while she was at the bar? Okay. I think we said all this. When I saw the statement, I thought that doesn't feel right. All right, let me go back down here and see if there's any more. Was he working for her? The little boy, no. He worked at the person who wrote me said he worked at the bar. Let's look at that one real quick for the people so we can remind ourselves what they said on there. Let's go back to that. Let's go back to that real quick. Okay, so that was a post from yesterday. Let's look at that one. Now this one was not on my channel. Y'all thought this one was on my channel. This one was not on my channel. This was on somebody else's channel when I saw it, and someone saw it and sent it to me. But this person, they didn't come and write this on my channel. So no, they ain't playing no games with me. Okay, let me go out of that. And go back to this one. This is the letter that we received. Hi, Kiki. I am a close member. Now see, remember I was asking her questions. She was responding to my questions. Remember, y'all? Hold on, let me pull this up on my phone because for some reason they're not showing the whole thing. They're not, okay, hang on. All right. Okay, she says, Okay. Hi, Kiki. I am not a close family member of him, but my mother knows his grandmother who raised him, and his other Tansy family members. So her mother knows the little boy's entire family. My mother is Tanzania and my father is Kenyan. So my mom told me about the story, and yes, the boy is unalived. He was almost 17. December is his birthday with both of his parents. With both of his parents passed away when he was around 5 or 6. And if you look at this letter carefully, she doesn't use any punctuations. So this is another way, you know, she uses some, but not the way we would punctuate it. This is another way. This is, you know, this is not an American writing this. His grandma raised him in the village. He was working at that resort for a few months. For a few months. So he was working at that resort. And how I put it together that I tend to believe that he was working there is because the guy went to great lengths to say he was not working there. So if he was working there, why is she saying he's working there? And why is everybody obviously in this community saying he's working there? Because the guy wanted to make sure he said he was not working there. One of the resort staff, KNK, was at, listen to this. He was working at the resort a few months. The boy passed away from a chokehold. One of the resort staff said KNK was at the bar restaurant with that same boy hours before, because she had been at the bar for hours. They said on the way back from the bar, KNK noticed she was missing money. So that means somebody else was there, and started going off on the boys. So who is saying this? Is it her friend who was there? Valerie? Did Valerie go back and tell everybody what happened in the village? And it got around, because who was saying this? It wasn't the boys who said this, because she said they were on their way back. They said on the way back from the bar. So the boys are saying this to somebody. They said on the way back from the bar, Kay noticed that she was missing money and started going off on the boys. Somebody's telling this girl this. And it ain't, her mother may be saying it, but her mother's getting it from somebody else. This person was there. This person was there. Valerie was there, if I'm correct. If it wasn't Valerie, I don't know who it was, but somebody else was there. Okay, and heard KNK going off on the boys and started going off on the boys. Okay, but she couldn't have been there at 2 a.m. Valerie wasn't there at 2 a.m. No, this was at 2 a.m. So scratch that. She wasn't there at 2 a.m. Somebody else was there. Probably a staff member seen all this, because it had to be somebody who was around there at 2 a.m. So she started going off on the boys on the way back. She noticed their money was missing, started going off on the boys, and then she says the blood is fake and staged. She broke her nail when she was searching through the unalived boy's pockets about the missing money. The embassy took her passport, and she can't leave until, and then she just stops abruptly and says, it's too much. And that's what Africans do. They'll just say, when it's really stressful or they're really hurting over something, they'll just stop and say, it's too much. And that's what she did. She just stopped and said, it's too much. I don't think it was in literal sense. This blog says, I think it was a figure of speech. I don't think he was sleeping in there. What is the figure of sleep that says this MFer was sleeping in here? But not sure why she said that so emphatically on the live. Exactly. True, Fiona. An adult does not look like a child. No, they don't. In Zanzibar. In the 2 years I was living, I would never say that. People have great skin, but a man in his 30s looks like an adult. She's absolutely right. This was not an adult. They said this was a boy. He was 16 years old. So I'm not thinking, I know this woman is not interested in no 16-year-old. But how did he get in there? They were arguing about the money, him stealing some money, and he walked her to the apartment just to make sure she was safe. She went inside. She told him to come in for a tip. Maybe she went to the restroom. She come back out. Maybe she caught him trying to take something. And that's when she went off. Maybe that's what happened. But how do you... I don't know. I've been trying to figure this out for days. The boy that was rolling around was the boy that helped her. He fought the guy outside. That's what they said. He fought the guy outside. But if he was fighting, why did they have to carry him away? I don't believe that. I believe he was choked out and pushed out the window. Or either he was choked out because they couldn't get the door open. So he was gone by the time they got there. He was choked out and pushed out the window. That's why all those people's feet were over there. They had ran over there, picked him up, and took him away. This doesn't make sense. I'm just asking, did she get drunk and think that he stole something? Could have. We don't know. We don't know anything. Was he working for her? We don't think so. Her bed was on the floor. That's what it looked like in the video. No, her bed wasn't on the floor. Where'd you see a bed on the floor? That big old bed wasn't on the floor. Okay. I believe it was a little boy that was rolling around on the ground. Okay, we said that one. Okay, let's look at this one. In the very first live, the mask was up against the window. Then when showing the clothes outside in the later video, the mask was in the center of the floor. See, these are the things we got to pay attention to. Do you know the timestamp of that? I wonder how much time passed between here and they left the bar. Yeah, between they left the Me Too. The frames would be helpful because we just don't have all the pieces of the puzzle. No, we don't. No, we don't. We do not. We do not. We do not. Truthful KNK should have been come home. Why leave America to go to suffering? She's always complaining. Let's be real. Africa wasn't for her. Jamaica or Mexico. She complains about that. Okay, let me see what else we need to go through. So I think KNK is in a lot of danger. And I think she needs to, we need to just keep praying, and we need to just keep on pushing her story and telling her story. And I want to tell y'all what the State Department says about this country that we're dealing with. This is what I want to show y'all now. This is a very dangerous place. That's why I always tell y'all, before you go to a country, look at what it says. So this was a 2020 human rights report for Tanzania. So they have a problem with the respect for the integrity of a person, including their freedom. So there's an arbitrary deprivation of life and other unlawful and political motivated unalivings. There were several reports that the government or its agents committed arbitrary or unlawful unalivings. That's the first one. In Zanzibar, on the island of Pemba, There were reports that security forces pow-powed and unalived approximately a dozen persons as a way to suppress freedom of assembly and expression before the election. This report was in 2020. Disappearances. There were reports of disappearances by or on behalf of government authorities. There were numerous cases of police using snatch and grab tactics where authorities arrested individuals who temporarily disappeared and then reappeared in police stations only after social media pressure. They only reappeared after what? Social media pressure. She knew exactly what she was doing getting that video out. Because what are we doing? Social media pressure. The government made no efforts to investigate or punish such acts. Torture and cruel, inhumane, and degrading treatment or punishment. The Constitution prohibits this practice. However, the laws does not reflect the constitutional restriction nor define torture. So if you don't define it, then how can you restrict it? There were reports that the police officers, prison guards, and soldiers abused and threatened. Hold on, y'all. Abused and threatened or otherwise mistreated civilians, suspected criminals, and prisoners. These abuses often involved beatings. In September 2020, Dar es Salaam police arrested 3 senior officials from the opposition political party. And what happened after that? And one of the officials was physically mistreated while in custody. Prison and detention conditions. Prison conditions remain harsh and life-threatening due to food shortages, gross overcrowding, and physical abuse, and inadequate sanitary conditions. Physical conditions. Prisons continue to hold more inmates than their capacity. Pretrial detainees and convicted persons are held together. So that's what she is. She's a pretrial detainee. She's being detained till she go to trial. So if those kids were not with her, she would have been locked up. And convicted prisoners were held together. Convicts were not separated according to their level of offenses or ages. Physical abuse of prisoners were common and were reports of mistreatment during the reported year. Female prisoners reported they were subject to sexual harassment and beatings by prison authorities. Wow. Prison staff reported food and water shortages, lack of electricity, inadequate lighting, and insufficient medical supplies. Prisons are unheated, but prisoners in cold regions reportedly received a blanket and a sweater. Sanitation was insufficient. Wow. Arbitrary arrest or detention. The Constitution prohibits arbitrary arrest and detention. Although regional and district commissioners have authority to detain a person for up to 48 hours without charge. This authority was used frequently to detain political opposition members, or a person criticizing the government. The law allows persons arrested or detained regardless of whether on criminal or other grounds, the right to challenge the court, the legal basis or arbitrary nature of their detention, and obtain prompt release and compensation is found to have been if you have been found to be, if you find to be unlawfully detained, they'll pay you. Arrest procedures and treatment of detainees. On the mainland, which is main Tanzania, the law requires that arrest of most crimes other than the crimes committed in the presence of the officer. The laws do not allow bail for suspects in cases involving murder, treason, terrorism, drugs, armed robbery, human trafficking, money laundering, and economic crimes and other offenses where the accused might be a public safety risk. Wow. Denial of a fair public trial. The Constitution provides that there'll be a trial. Okay. Judges, the need to travel long distance to court imposes logistical and financial restraints that limit access to justice for persons in rural areas. There are fewer than 2 judges, per million persons. But many components of the judiciary remain underfunded, corrupt, and inefficient, especially in the lower courts, and subject to executive influence. Trial procedures. The law provides for the right for a fair trial, but weak judiciary often fail to protect this rights. All the trials are both bench trials, which there are no jury trials. The trial is not held continuously from start to finish. Instead, a trial may start, break for an intermediate amount of time, and resume, perhaps multiple times. As a result, trials are often inefficient and could last for months or even years. Remember, they said, we want you to stay for trial. You're being prosecuted. And the way they do their trial, the human people are saying, the State Department is saying that's a human rights violation. Political prisoners and detainees. There were reports of political detainees, several opposition politicians, and individuals critical of the government were arrested or detained during the year. Unlawful interference with privacy, family, home, and car. The law generally prohibits such acts without a search warrant, but the government did not consistently respect these I can't even say the word now. Y'all know what I'm talking, when they prohibit something. While only courts may issue search warrants, the law also authorizes searches of persons and premises without a warrant if necessary, and to prevent the law of destruction of evidence, or if circumstances are serious enough to warrant it. So basically, serious and urgent, you can search the person and search the place without a search warrant. Oh, freedom of expression. Look, the Constitution provides the freedom of speech, but does not explicitly provide the freedom of the press. There are criminal penalties for libel, and authorities use the laws to stifle freedom of expression. Wow, look at all this. You can go back and read this if you want. It's a lot. I can't read it on here like that. Authorities require a permit for reporting on police or premises or prison activities, both on the mainland and in Zanzibar. So you need a permit to report there. Internet freedom. The government restricted access to the internet and monitored websites and internet traffic. You think they weren't monitoring her? In July, the TCRA introduced new categories of online content. License for news, educational, and religious and entertainment content. So they have to have academic freedom. They have an issue with that. Freedom of peaceful, assembly. You can't do that. Freedom of association. There were problems with that. Freedom of movement, protection of refugees was a problem. Political process was a problem. These are all the things, corruption and lack of transparency of the government. International human rights abuse, women, graping and DV. The law provides imprisonment of a person convicted of graping and including spousal rape during the periods of legal separation. But what if you're married? And what if you say no? You can't. The law stipulates a woman wishing to report a rape must do so at the police station, where she must receive a release form before seeking medical help. Wow. Children. So, consensual. Okay, this is just about raping, HIV. So this is just where they found violations. Okay, you can go through this. If I was in Tanzania or thinking about relocating there, I would really take my time and go through every bit of this, because even though the laws will be on the books, as you can see, they don't follow those laws. All right, and this was a report done by the U.S. State Department. All right, let's look and see what y'all talking about now. Let me go back down and come back up. It wasn't worth his life or a trial. No, it wasn't mentioned. Okay, y'all talking. So there are two men involved, and a man that walked her back. Yes, and the one behind the curtain. Well, that doesn't make sense. She loves traveling, but doesn't mean she's going to alert us, because that is how she is. Okay. All right. So, oh, hey, happy companion. Thank you. Thank you for coming out. That was nice of you. And thank you for helping us get this word out. That was real nice of you, happy companion. Thank you. I'm not going to talk about you anymore. But I had decided that a long time ago, because, you know, how you took that stance with Anja Africa, and you kind of helped us get that word out, and you have been helping us get the word out. So thank you. Thank you a lot. And thank you for the super chat. That was really sweet. The super sticker. Thank you. That was really sweet. Steph said, the chat, how much money does it take? Is to take a life? Who is condoning what? What are y'all talking about? Y'all having a conversation. Okay. She killed a man for a few dollars. I think she mentioned she said it was about $200. In the meantime, she professes she unalived this man over what? Theft? If it was her son, would he be? Okay. No, we ain't doing that one. I'm sorry, honey child. The bed does not look low. No, it's not on the ground. Does she have a family or friends there? No, she don't know nobody there. She went to go see her friend. Okay, y'all. Hold on, y'all. We can get off of here. I just wanted to give y'all that update. And we've been on here too. I thought we was going to be on here an hour. Lord have mercy. This is what I want to tell y'all before we go. I said, after I read this human rights report, I said, let me go look. It said, go look. It said, go look and go see if you see any reports, if you see where people have been arrested there, and if foreigners are going through things there. So guess what I did? I looked and I found this big case, and y'all not gonna believe it. It's a wealthy British couple, right? They are facing up to 20 years in prison. Um, they're already in prison. They're being held in prison till they go to trial. I don't know if it's over. It was 2 years ago. Okay. So they said the person's name is Simon Wood, and he was jailed on the island of Zanzibar, where he was arrested, him and his girlfriend. They said 2 weeks ago, but this was, let me give you the date, June of 2022. So that was 2 years ago. The family said police, then after he got in jail, guess what they did to him? That's a form of torture, though. They shaved his head when he was taken in custody, and then they placed him in a cell, like the report said, with 200 dangerous criminals. This is him and the girlfriend, including unalivers. They also said the pair had been denied their basics. This is what the report said, including access to water, and relatives hadn't been allowed into the jail to see them on several occasions. Those close to the couple claim the arrest, now listen to this, was linked to a lawsuit brought against them by ex-investors in their hotel in the Sherazade boutique dating back to 2017. So they got in an argument with some locals over an investment. But as these matters were later settled in favor of the man and his girlfriend, they are now at a loss to explain why new criminal charges were brought against them. So they had it settled in court because they took them to court and sued them over the investment. They didn't let them do it, I think. And so they got mad, took them to court and sued them. The judge said no, they could do that. And now all of a sudden they're arrested 2 years later. Under local laws, prisoners can be kept in jail, listen, for 8 months without trial. And Wood's mother, Christine Woods from Lancaster, England, said she is concerned about his welfare. I am very concerned for my son, Simon, and his Italian wife, Francesca, who are starting their 3rd week of imprisonment in where? Zanzibar. Zanzibar. This ain't no place to be going playing, people. Now they have been accused of money laundering, but are at a loss to know why. From them, paradise was quickly turned into hell until the court declares them not guilty. They remain in jail. This is them. His uncle, 62, a British expat living in Italy, added that Wood and Francesca are being kept in primitive conditions. Just like the State Department said, there's no food or water provided. Didn't we just read that from the State Department? They have to buy their water, and any food that's brought in is poked around and probed by the guards. So they look through it and probably pick out what they want and then give it to them. It is very hot in there, full of mosquitoes, and it's not somewhere you want to see your worst enemy. To call it primitive would be complimentary. Wow. The uncle said originally Lancashire had arrived to the beautiful island 20 years ago. What? Where he met his wife, Francesca, and later, this man has been living here for 20 years, and they did this to him? Zanzibar falls under the jurisdiction of Tanzania. Tanzania is famed for its warm weather and soft, sandy beaches that attracts roughly 500,000 tourists a year. The pair decided to turn their beachside home And this is where they got in trouble at. The pair decided to turn their beachside home into a 300-room boutique hotel with a £200 a night, $245 a night, ocean view villas, resort, and swimming pool. This sounds like where KNK was staying. So you see, this is about money too. They think they're going to make some money and they done cut them out the deal. But Barron just said after they fell out, the two investors who put money into the business, the couple spent years fighting several lawsuits, civil lawsuits in the local courts. So when they fell out with these locals, they started taking them to court. So they spent several years in civil court with them. Another Italian couple who were involved in NGOs on the mainland invested money with them and became partners. And they created the hotel together. So see, that's what they're mad at, because they cut them out and then they went and partnered with some more European people that were from where they were from. The wife is from. And then they fell out many years ago now. And for 3 to 5 years, they were on civil cases going on. But Francesca and Simon won 3 civil cases against their ex-partners, the uncle said, who own multiple businesses. They own multiple businesses. They employ roughly 60 people, and they believe their legal troubles were behind them. They believe the legal troubles were behind them after that. However, on June the 7th, they were suddenly arrested by the police, snatch and grab, and thrown into the local jail where they've been ever since. I don't think anybody knows how this now settled and finished civil matter has been dug up again and turned into a criminal case. They don't even know. That's what she was saying. What am I going to court for? You see, they never told her. When Kay said, what am I being prosecuted for? Going to trial for what? You know, here, they're going to tell you what you're going. They didn't tell her. Oh, with the prosecutors getting it together. What? And it's all blown up in the last month and a half, really, when everything was well behind them. The couple made their first appearance in court Wednesday and charged with money laundering, which is believed to carry a maximum of 20 years. Wow. The uncle was assisting the couple and every day. The couple is suffering due to the awful conditions, and they're in several jails. They both lost weight and eventually uncomfortably and upset, and they're upset. They're uncomfortable and they're upset, is obvious, he said. The jail is ransacked, to put it mildly. 200 convicted persons, and he's sleeping on the floor on a mattress. Francesca is in a room with 20 people. They had no water for 2 days and 2 nights. And you can only imagine what that would do to a person left alone with 20 people. The uncle said the pair could prove their innocence, but said this is hard to achieve as they're currently unable to get bail. So they can't even prove their innocence because they won't let them out. Where they're allowed out, they would be able to prove the innocent in no time at all. But from inside, they cannot, so they're frustrated. It's not a nice thing at all. Okay. It's understood that the president and the local investments on Thursdays, where he could receive criticism, about the couple's attainment. Okay. All right. So that's it. We don't know what happened with them, but they are in custody in Zanzibar. We don't know whether they got out, but they got a horrible experience in Zanzibar. All right, y'all. Now she needs to find me to assist with the legal fees. Can anyone assist her with this since she has no family there? What are y'all talking about? A bungalow and 1 bed. Were KNK and her kids sleeping in the same bed, or was it? They were sleeping in the same bed because they had just had to move to that place at the last minute. Okay, y'all. That's all I have tonight. I wanted to just update y'all about Kay. I think the trauma Kay feels is because she's unalived a teenager, not a 30. Yes. Yes. I think so too. So that's all I have tonight. I am going to leave it at that. What I stated may apply if Kavisha is in jail there. Several Americans had fake charges put against them. Yeah, I told y'all, this man said that. He said he had 3 times he had fake charges put against him. 3 times. And they took his passport for 3 months, I think. KNK hotel room is more of a backpacker style. Oh, okay. Okay, it wasn't staying at something. Okay. And don't be with people while they are doing crimes because they are taking a chance. Yes. So y'all, we got to pray. Just keep continuing to pray. Look, we got this information. We got this update. Now we know it's true. Now we know what the extortion was about because they probably feel like she won't, we're not giving her no money. And then this little boy, this got to be true about this unaliving. Because Kay said it and the girl said it. The hotel people know they're not going to say it because they don't want you not to come there. KNK squad children are put on the streets or recruited for other nations or the continent. Someone over there from the States need to, the embassy will, when it gets down to it, if they take her into custody, they probably working with the embassy now, saying we can't take her into custody because we got 2 kids. She got 2 kids. And the embassy, they probably will ask the embassy to take the kids because you see, they can't take the kids to jail because the jail conditions are not suitable for children. So they can't do that. That's the only thing that's stopping her from being detained. Because remember, these people were being detained. They were waiting to go to trial. I won't be going to Zanzibar. I won't be going to nowhere in East Africa. Kiki was offered that suggestion several times every video. Okay. She was talking to some. All right. When people do crimes. Okay, y'all. That's all I have tonight. Thank you for coming back on here. But I just wanted to make sure I gave you guys an update on what was going on with KNK Squad. So, I believe so too. Her name is Kavisha. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. I call her Kay. All right, so look, we are going to get off here for now. If we get some more information, if I get something, y'all know I got to go back to work, and y'all know work is, that just take all my time. So, and it's Christmas, so y'all know I got to do the dance, get the kids ready for this dance program for Christmas. So I'm gonna be really busy next week, but I am never too busy for YouTube. So if we get something, I'll put it out there. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to come back live. I'll let you know. If I can, I will. If I can, only if I get something. If not, I'll see y'all Saturday. I will definitely see y'all Saturday. But during the week, next week, that's gonna be rough. Unless we get some information that we got to put out. But until then, please, please keep KNK Squad in your prayers. Let the truth be revealed about what happened. Let's just pray the truth be revealed. Let's just pray she's safe. Let's just keep this message like they said. The only reason they let them people go that they had snatched up because of the pressure on social media. Even though we can't stand Afrodamus, let's let him talk, y'all. Because he getting it out there. The Africans are knowing. His audience is Africans, mainly Africans. So let him get it out there. Even if whatever he's saying, he letting them know there's an African-American lady over there. So let's keep the pressure on. Let's keep the story going. Let's keep KNK Squad story going. All right. I see why yes, it is angry. Yep. Exact same kids. Yes. All right, y'all. Wait, they only had 2 children on this trip. Yeah, she only took the 2 little kids. It's not Keisha, it's Kavisha or something like that. It's got a V in it. It's a different name. Kavisha. That's her name, y'all, Kavisha. Please pray for Kavisha. Please, y'all. All right. Thanks for sharing the updates with us anytime. All right, y'all. Let's just pray we hear something from her soon. And then not, we just gonna keep her lifted up. And we ain't gonna stop talking till we hear something. We not gonna take the pressure off. If we got to keep playing the video every time we come on here, or we'll just set aside a time to revisit it until we get some information. We're gonna keep the pressure on. Keep checking that website, y'all. The Facebook plate, Lost Souls site. Oh, Jesus, I didn't mean to say that. Keep checking the resort site, y'all. Yeah, because I'm tired. I'm real tired. This was a lot. This took a lot out of me. This was exhausting, but it was worth it. It was worth it. All right, y'all. Let me put her name back up here. So, all right, y'all, remember, pray for Kavisha and the kids. Please let them be all right. All right, I'll be in touch with y'all. Y'all be in touch with me. If y'all hear something, y'all let me know. If I hear something, I'm going to let y'all know. All right, good night, y'all. I love y'all. I'll see y'all later. Be safe out there. And Kavisha,